Okay, so once Windows Setup has finished copying the installation files, it lets you know that it wants to reboot, giving you a few messages. Make sure there's no floppy drives in drive A, or you could just press into the restart, which we'll do. Then you'll see the system starts to restart on its own. After copying all the files to the hard drive, it's now going to boot from the hard drive. You're still going to get this message, press any key to boot from CD, but you don't need to do this because you passed that process. And then you see the regular Windows XP screen with the blue bar scrolling down for XP Professional. And now we're inside of the graphical user interface for installing Windows XP. And you actually see here it's taking you through the installation. We went through the first three: collecting information, dynamic update, preparing installation. Installing Windows is the actual process we're working on now. And then you see all the other buttons here. Okay, so setup brings us to our first window, asking us about the regional settings and the language options. We're going to pretty much keep both of these at defaults. Just going to check, make sure. Just gonna leave these at the US default because that's where we at in the United States. Then it's gonna ask, type in your name, which will be the owner of the computer. I always put user unless the system is actually for myself. But for this we'll put user, and if you're in an organization you can type that in here. Type your organization in. We're going to leave that blank for this video. Okay, then setup gives your computer a name. This is so if your computer is part of a network, it has to have a computer name to match to its MAC address or IP address. And you can also create an administrative password at this moment now also. But we're not going to do that in this tutorial. I'm going to select on next. Okay, then it comes to the date and the time. We have Sunday, March 8th. You see what time it is. Then you see it's here, set for Pacific time. You can set whatever time you want. Here we're on the East Coast, so it's Eastern time, US, Canada. Automatically adjust for daylight savings time. Select on next. And now it's actually installed in the network. See, it's copying more installation files for Windows. You'll also notice that Windows have on the left part of the screen the approximate minutes that setup will finish installing, and then under that you see the current progress that it's going through. And as of now you see it's going through the saving settings. Alright, so once this completes, we'll take you to the next part of Windows setup or Windows XP installation.